In the heart of Phoenix, Arizona, where the desert sun baked the asphalt, a man named Marcus pulled into the lot of Elite Autos, a gleaming luxury car dealership he'd quietly purchased weeks earlier. Dressed in a faded navy hoodie, worn jeans, and scuffed sneakers, Marcus parked his unassuming hatchback at the far end of the lot, away from the polished sedans and SUVs that sparkled like jewels. He wasn't here to flaunt his new title as owner. No, Marcus wanted to see the dealership's true face, how it treated a stranger who didn't look like he belonged in a world of six-figure cars. The showroom's glass doors reflected the blazing afternoon light as Marcus stepped inside. The air was crisp, scented with leather and polish, and rows of pristine vehicles gleamed under spotlights. A group of employees near the reception desk hushed their chatter, their eyes flicking to Marcus's casual attire. He caught the subtle shift in their demeanor, the kind of quiet judgment he'd faced too many times before. Still, he kept his expression neutral, hands in his pockets, ready to observe. From across the showroom, a woman approached with purpose. Linda, the manager, carried herself with the confidence of someone who'd spent years commanding respect. Her tailored blazer and clicking heels screamed authority, but her smile was tight, barely masking a skeptical glance at Marcus's outfit. "Can I assist you?" she asked, her tone polite but edged with doubt. Marcus met her gaze, his voice calm. "Just looking around." Linda's eyes scanned him, lingering on his sneakers. "Are you in the market for a car?" she pressed, her words carrying a hint of disbelief. "Our inventory caters to a specific clientele. Most vehicles require pre-qualification." Marcus nodded, unfazed. "Something like that." Her lips pursed, and before she could respond, an employee called out, "Linda, the parts delivery's here." She glanced away, then back at Marcus, as if ensuring he wouldn't touch anything. "I'm just saying," she continued, "our cars start at 6 figures. Perhaps I can point you to." "You think I can't afford them?" Marcus interrupted, his tone still even but with a slight edge. The question hung in the air, catching Linda off guard. Her smile faltered, but she recovered quickly. "I'm trying to save you time," she said, her voice clipped. "If you're not serious, I can recommend a dealership with more affordable options." Marcus raised an eyebrow, his calm unshaken. He stepped toward a sleek black coupe, its curves catching the light. His fingers brushed the handle, and Linda's eyes narrowed. "Please don't touch the vehicles," she snapped. "If you're not ready to make a serious inquiry, I'll have to ask you to leave." The showroom seemed to hold its breath. Marcus paused, hands back in his pockets. "All right," he said, his voice low. "What would you recommend for someone like me?" Linda blinked, caught off balance by his directness. "Something budget-friendly," she said, her tone now tinged with impatience. "There's a used car lot nearby. I can give you directions." Marcus's lips twitched, but his eyes didn't smile. "That's quite an assumption," he said softly. The words landed like a stone, and Linda's facade cracked, revealing a flicker of irritation. "I'll get you a list of options," she said briskly, turning on her heel. As she walked away, Marcus glanced at the couple's reflection, his face unreadable. This was going to be a day to remember. Minutes later, Linda returned, clutching a printout of used cars, sedans, and compact hybrids, all priced far below Elite Auto's usual inventory. "These might suit your situation," she said, handing it to Marcus with a forced smile. "My situation?" Marcus repeated, scanning the list. He folded it and tucked it into his pocket, his voice steady. "What makes you think I'm not your target customer?" Linda hesitated, then straightened. "I've been in this business a long time. I can tell when someone's out of their depth." Marcus chuckled, shaking his head. "Honesty, huh? I like that. How about this? Let me speak to the owner." Linda's eyebrows shot up. "The owner?" she echoed, her smile thinning. "They're not available for casual visits. They're very busy." "I bet," Marcus said, his tone light. "But maybe you could call them. Tell them I'm here. I think they'd want to meet me." Her patience was fraying. "Look, sir," she said, her voice sharp. "This is getting ridiculous. I have other customers. If you're not serious, I'll need you to leave." Marcus's eyes locked on hers, his calm now carrying a steel edge. "Or what?" The tension was palpable, the showroom's hum fading as employees glanced their way. Linda's jaw tightened. "I'm asking you to leave. Now." Marcus didn't flinch. Instead, he pulled out his phone, scrolling through contacts. "All right," he said. "I'll call the owner myself." Linda's brow furrowed. "What are you doing?" Just making a call, Marcus replied, lifting the phone to his ear. Won't take long. As he spoke into the phone, it's me. I'm at the dealership. Little misunderstanding. Can you let them know I'm here? Linda's confidence wavered. She opened her mouth, but no words came. Employees paused, sensing the shift. Marcus pocketed his phone. They'll be here soon, he said, his tone almost playful. Linda stared, her clipboard clutched like a shield. The room felt frozen, every eye on Marcus. When the glass doors swung open, a man in a sharp gray suit strode in. Robert, the regional director, carried an air of quiet authority. His eyes found Marcus, and a warm smile spread across his face. Mr. Thompson, he said, extending a hand. Great to see you. Marcus shook his hand, a faint smile tugging at his lips. Thanks for coming, Robert. Linda's clipboard nearly slipped. Mr. Thompson, she stammered, her face paling. Robert turned to her, his tone professional but firm. Linda, I see you've met Mr. Thompson, the new owner of Elite Autos. The words hit like a thunderclap. Linda's eyes widened, her mouth opening and closing. Employees exchanged stunned glances. Marcus raised a hand, his voice calm but weighted. It's all right, Robert. Linda and I just got off on the wrong foot. Linda's face flushed. I'm so sorry, she whispered. I didn't know. Didn't know what? Marcus asked, his tone gentle but piercing. Could I own a place like this? That I might belong here? Her silence was deafening. Marcus nodded, turning to Robert. Let's get everyone to the conference room. Time for a talk. The glass-walled conference room felt like a pressure cooker as employees filed in. Linda sat near the back, her usual poise replaced by nervous stillness. Marcus stood at the head of the table, his presence commanding yet approachable. Robert leaned against the door, arms crossed, watching. Thank you for joining me, Marcus began, his voice steady. I'm Marcus Thompson, and as of last month, I own Elite Autos. I came here today dressed like this for a reason. I wanted to see how you treat someone who doesn't fit your idea of a luxury car buyer. What I experienced was disappointing. He let the words sink in, his gaze sweeping the room. I was judged not for my wallet or my intentions, but for my clothes. That's not just about me, it's about every customer who walks through those doors. A young salesman raised his hand. Mr. Thompson, we try to treat everyone fairly, but sometimes assumptions happen. Marcus nodded. I get that. We all have biases. But trying isn't enough. We have to challenge those biases every day. This dealership isn't just about selling cars, it's about trust, respect, and excellence. His eyes found Linda, who looked down at her hands. Linda, he said, his tone firm but kind. Anything you'd like to say? She swallowed, her voice barely audible. I made a mistake. I misjudged you, and I'm sorry. Marcus nodded. Thank you. Change starts with owning our mistakes. Moving forward, we'll have training to ensure every customer feels valued, no matter who they are. If anyone disagrees, speak now. The room was silent, the weight of his words settling over everyone. Marcus leaned forward. I'm not here to tear anyone down. I'm here to build something better. This dealership will lead by example. He turned to Linda again, softening. Linda, you're experienced, and I believe you can grow from this. We'll meet one-on-one to discuss next steps. For now, let's move forward together. The meeting ended with a murmur of agreement, the tension easing. As employees left, Linda approached Marcus hesitantly. Mr. Thompson, thank you for giving me a chance. I won't let you down. Marcus met her gaze. I hope not, Linda. Actions matter more than words. As he stepped back into the showroom, Marcus felt a spark of hope. This wasn't just about cars, it was about creating a place where people were judged for who they were, not how they looked. He turned to Robert. Set up a staff meeting next week. Let's keep this momentum. Robert grinned. You got it, boss. Marcus lingered, watching the sunlight dance across the cars. The road ahead would be tough, but he was ready to steer Elite Autos toward a future built on fairness and respect. What did you think of Marcus's approach to confronting bias? Have you ever faced or witnessed injustice in everyday settings? Share your thoughts in the comments below, especially on how we can address prejudice and build a fairer world. Your voice matters, so let's hear your perspective.